let's talk about the necessities of living and cooking and so on. This building that we were in, the house that we were in, was in the middle of the block. There were two-story buildings in front of this place, all the way down the street, and there were merchants, had stores down below, and they lived upstairs above the store, very narrow, 25 feet wide, and so they're very restricted in their living spaces. Our house was in the middle of the block, and would seem like it was somebody very well-to-do owned that house at one time. It had about 12 to 14 rooms, and there were 12 to 14 families, one in each room, living in that house. I knew on my floor there was one toilet, cold running water, there was no hot water, there was no heat, there was no air conditioning, there were no fans, and in the summertime, due to the mosquitoes, you had to have your windows open, and there were no screens on the windows, just bars to keep out the thieves, because thieving was one very good way of making an income. It seemed at that time that the pastime of most people there, and the Chinese people, was spitting, and spitting would spread disease faster than anything else. Everybody spat. Heavy smokers, a lot of spitting. We were forced to vaccinate by vaccinations, and we had vaccinations they were required. Yellow fever, the plague, cholera, typhus fever, smallpox, and typhoid fever. So you can tell there was a continuous battle. The cooking was done on a charcoal stove by my mother. We were lucky. We had this what seemed to be a little balcony out there, and she was able to cook on a bucket that had some sand on the inside so it would insulate it, and charcoal.